Now in Flint Dart, this is Flint Dart. You can just search for Flint Dart like this. Flint Dart backend like this. Advert. So this is Flint Dart. You can see Flint Dart. You can also see the website here. So this is where you are going to. So basically, you can just go to flintdart.idoja.net, and that's set to the case. So now this is Flint Dart. So you have what's called version 1. They are seeing version 1. And you can see they have what's called auto reload. They have ORM with module database. You can have what's called your module like this. You have your ORM like this. So you have what's called authentication. You have what's called OAuth authentication like Google and other thing out of the box. You have middleware. These are the right their middleware. You have route. These are their route. You have app get where your route. You have middleware without. You have migration without file. So now you can just write your migration like this, your table like this, without having a specific place to have a route. And this is how you write your Google Hot, MySQL support, validation, you have my validation automatically, you have hashing. And let's just press get started. So this is how I get started. Now we press get started, press what is called, just copy this like this, and come here. And come to your terminal, just open your terminal like this. So now you copy this like this and you paste it here and press enter. So things are going to install everything that you need for you. And next thing that you need to now, you have installed globally the Flint Dart application. Now you can have, we have what's called Flint Dart. You can actually create my application like this after you have installed it. You can also add it as a package in your project. Now first thing you need to do is create. So it's already installed, just need to copy this now. And we won't be creating it inside of this page. What I want us to do is to create a folder separately for this. So I'm going to create a folder in my application here. I'm going to create a folder here. I'll say new the folder and I'll call it maybe Flint. I have Flint like that. So instead of this Flint, that's why I'm going to create my folder. Now to open this guy in my terminal, first thing I need to do is I can just do this. First I need to do is just to open this guy. See, just CMD. CMD is going to open this in our terminal. Now what I need to now do is just copy this guy, this create that my help. Now Flint's going to create my hub for me. Now first they say look at this, you have to get started, you should cd into this my hub. Cd my hub, my underscore hub. I said I should do that for get, that for get. Yeah, then it said I should do Flint one. But before I did the program, I want to just do this code. So it was, yeah, this is Flint Dart. First we need to do is let us first of all run our application and see what we have. So we're going to go into our terminal like this and run what is called Flint on the way we are instructed to do. So Flint on. So I don't know why it's loading. So it pop up a screen up like this. So it said it has started the Dart service. Okay, it has started successfully. I don't know where the link I'm going to go to for you to know, for me to know it's on. Okay, I say start server running on this port. Yeah, so let's go to the port and see what we're going to have. Oh, we have a website, a already created website for, is there even documentation for Flint Dart? Okay. So now let's look at their folder structure. We have documentation. So that this is their main. So this is their main. Their main, we have what is called a main, just normal main function that we all have. The first thing that they have here that we should need to take note of is what's called Flint. So this Flint comes from Flint Dart, and that is where the main application are. So the first thing they put is that the root application is lib. Then the next thing is our build part. Auto connected is true. With middleware so is true. Enable swagger is false. Now after that we have what's called app get. So app get take what's called a request, then a response, the handler, a response. There's an asynchronous function, and they return back what is called a welcome. Now what is this welcome? Let's look at the welcome. Wow. So a welcome is a Flint template that have what's called build template. They return back what is called this Flint. So you have what is called a children, just like the way we have in that. So Flint also have a kind of template that they give to the user, or a way you're supposed to create your, right? And this render out a HTML and CSS back for you. Now you compile it in runtime, or as you are running your application, compile it to HTML and CSS for you. Okay, so now we can use Flint to design a HTML. Look at the, how it look like. Look at the design. Yeah, we have a Flint column that takes just normal thing like this from the top to bottom. That's the column. Then the column have a background color of this. So I'm going to use what we call amber. See. Oh, now as soon as you save this, think that you start the server immediately as soon as you save it. So now, yeah, let me see, does it reload this? It does not reload this automatically. You need to refresh it by yourself before it reload. Now, you need to refresh it yourself. And before you refresh it, ensure that you have this server running this thing has started, because how that works is that it's going to stop the server first and reboot it. Like it do restart, not reload like that. It's do restart. It restart your application entirely. So let's go into this again. Yeah, we have Amber. You can see the color has changed to amber. So now that shows that all this color are there that you can use. And color is a string. Hence it can be FFF, like just an example now. Now we have red, and I also have this. It's a string. The color is represent a CSS color string. So it's a string. I can put it like this. Any I put it into work. And I have gap. This gap is too much. I don't like the way the gap. I've tried to once, I don't like the gap. So let's just say we have we used them before. Let's just say we have what's called 6 gap between all of them, and it's using HTML stuff. Now, so this the starting back of this is kind of slow, which I don't like. Let me refresh it. Yeah, it's fine now. So now I guess the team come closer to each other. The next thing we need to look at is the font. Okay, let's look at the Flint Dart. I say I'm new here. So inside the I'm new here, you take a string text, then you have what's called a style. You take a text style that have font size, this, that have font width, and take font width dot was the bold or dot anything. Yeah, you also have all those things that Flutter has. You always got color, as a Flint color dot white, depending on what you want. Then we have alignment to show where you want to align. Let's say align to the what? You don't center, what can it be? Oh, it can be right, let's use right. Then let's see what we have. So let's refresh this. Yeah, because the server has not yet started before we refresh it. And that is a kind of that issue that there's a new here. Yeah, but the alignment does not align to the right, it does to the left. Okay, maybe we need to have a specific size, that's how Flutter works also. We need to give it a specific size before it can work. So we can actually have a box size, this kind of box size like this now. So now let's look at this and see if you have what is called left. Then what else do you need? You have now a role. You have a role. Now look at this role. This role is coming from here. All this widget that is here. And these are widgets, but are very pretty. Like things that are really they have actually worked out to ensure that this kind of widget can actually be built with. Like the HTML and CSS can actually be built with only pure that. Because if you look at this, they're actually pure that. This is actually that, and this is actually what we are actually looking for in Flutter framework. What we just need to do is just to support and like work with them and ensure that they have a good thing to do, and should be in the hand of developer. That's what we should like fight for currently, because this is actually a great work from Flint that. Okay, and because this is written in that, and it was generating HTML for us, like it's real HTML. Okay, so that is their templates, Flint templates. So you extend it and you start creating your project like that. Okay. So now, okay, let's just move forward.